Hey guys, I'm Teague.
And I'm Kevin.
This is also Sergeant Klasky.
And Lieutenant Savage.
And we are assemblers. We are a brand new small startup. We specialize in breakfast and lunch to-go food options. Basically, one of the things that is our big item right now is the acai bowl. The story behind how we came to be is we actually met just a few days actually before we had a deployment assignment to Afghanistan. Kevin was cross-leveled into my unit, and we became basically, he was my right-hand man for our S2, which is the military intelligence section of the unit that we deployed with. If you've ever been deployed or know somebody who's been deployed, perhaps they've shared their experience with you where energy drinks are just prevalent everywhere. That's what sort of fuels somebody's deployment experience. And we kind of got caught up in that ourselves with coffee, caffeine, energy drinks. And so we were really sort of yearning for something a little more healthy that we could run to the cafeteria and take to go.
Being that we're from the military, we know the military bases don't commonly have healthy food options. That was a place where we started to look originally, and then we also looked at hospitals in our area.
We have this idea, we want to do something, how to actually translate this idea into something that can turn out and be a successful, sustainable business. And this is actually, we're sitting in our living room right now, and this is the whiteboard that sort of started everything for us, where we started putting all of our ideas together. We really had to push ourselves in trying to get real creative on figuring out a way to bring our idea and our concept to a new market in an already saturated market. So we went to a nearby hospital to sort of check it out and get a sense of maybe what it could look like if we were to try to bring a kiosk concept to that location. And we actually stumbled upon a farmer's market.
And we looked at this farmer's market as potentially a way to showcase our product, our concept to the hospital itself, to the patients, and then to the staff as well. So at that point we started to develop a setup for a farmer's market where we would serve our smoothie bowls there with a bunch of different topping options. And this is again just to kind of showcase to the hospital, to a potential location of ours, what our concept would look like if we were to be set up there permanently. And since we've been there, we've been doing this a few months now, it's been received really well. We actually can't even bring enough product to these markets. It's been very popular. Both the staff and the patients continue to ask us, when are you guys going to set up permanently? So now the goal is to move into this kiosk setup, which is permanently there, but not a brick and mortar, at one of these hospitals or at a military post. And we also looked at something that was very scalable. We wanted something that we could set up in multiple locations fairly quickly with sort of a cookie cutter type concept. That way we could get our business up and running, and it would be manageable, and hopefully something all within this area, so Teague and I could be able to manage this business of ours.
Once we set up at one market and they saw how good the product was, we were immediately invited into other markets. And so now we're in 3 different markets, and the goal now is to go from the farmer's market world into a permanent kiosk. And that's sort of where the Jonas Project sort of has entered into our story or our lives in a really positive way. Just one of which being the mentorship program. We've been able to ask kind of the uncomfortable, no question's a dumb question, but for what we felt to be some dumb questions to somebody who was on our team and could basically field that for us and explain to us sort of the direction that might be most appropriate at any given juncture or decision point for us. So we have weekly calls with our mentor. She's come out, tried our product, spread the word. So we feel like it's just been wonderful having somebody kind of on your team who isn't there, that has no profit motive to influence your decisions, but they're just there because they want you to succeed, knowing that, okay, even if we don't necessarily know what we're doing at each step of the way, we've got support and experts in their field that do know those things, and they're our cheerleader, and they want us to succeed as much as we want ourselves to